Let me start off by thanking Angela for hosting us this morning at this center, and certainly to neighborhood centers. Let me just acknowledge the fine work that neighborhood centers and Angela Blanket have been doing over the years. So thank you so very much. Let me also acknowledge that we are in Councilmember Laster's district, District J. And I want to acknowledge Councilmember Robert Gallegos, who is also here with us as well. There are a number of elected officials that are here, and of course you'll be hearing from the superintendent, who is here from HISD, and we certainly want to welcome him. And then Houston's police chief, Chief Acevedo, who is also here, and you'll be hearing from him shortly. But before I even make my comments, I certainly want everyone to note the diversity, the beauty, the richness that is in this room today, which reflects not just District J and not just District I, but it reflects the diversity of our great city. And so just all give yourselves a hand, because today we have people that come from all walks of life that are right here in this room. And I think that's a wonderful thing. When I ran for mayor, you often heard me say that I wanted Houston to be a city with no limits, acting responsibly, where government works for the people and is held to a higher standard, a city of hope, opportunity, and inspiration. That is the city I, along with your help, hope to continue to build. Houston is a city of immigrants and refugees, and they have a long and deep-rooted history in making Houston the great city that it is today. As the nation's fourth largest city and most diverse metropolitan area in America, Houston is home to people from all over the world. 1 in 4 Houstonians is foreign born. Over 140 languages are spoken in our neighborhoods, and 90 countries are officially represented in the Consular Corps. Immigrants and refugees are our neighbors. They are the families at our schools, churches, temples, and mosques. They contribute to Houston's vibrant economy, running many small businesses, and working in all of Houston's diverse industries. On any given day, you can literally travel the globe right here in the city of Houston. And trust me, I have many, many, many times. As mayor of Houston, I pledge to continue to work tirelessly for all Houstonians, and to ensure that Houston we know, where all are welcome, where neighbors look out for one another, where residents feel safe, where we are proud of our diversity, is the Houston we continue to count on. Regardless of where you come from, what you look like, your disability, what you believe, or who you love, we stand together as Houstonians. And Houston will be a just and compassionate city that will work to protect all people from discrimination and other forms of mistreatment. The fact of the matter is that we are all in this together. In the wake of the national election, many members of our community are asking whether they will continue to have a place in our great city. They fear for themselves, their children, and their communities. We cannot ignore those realities. They come from different countries. They practice different religions. They are Protestants, Catholics, Muslims. They speak different languages. So let me be very clear and speak directly to them as the mayor of this great city. The city that existed prior to the election is the same city that exists today. again, I want to be very clear. The city of Houston, this great city that existed prior to the election, that welcomed you here to this city, that rejoiced in your diversity, that city still exists today. I intend to do everything within my power as your mayor to protect you, to respect you, and to serve you as your mayor. We will not tolerate hate crimes and threats against our residents. We all want a justice system that treats us fairly, which is why we support policies and practices that adhere to the basic American principles of equality, justice, and due process. We believe in the city of Houston, in our United States Constitution. I want everyone to know that the city of Houston, including our police department and our court system, will always, always respect your constitutional rights and will ensure that victims and witnesses of crime can come forward without fear of retaliation, regardless of where they come from. Houston always has been and always will be a welcoming city. This not only means what I have just said about the need for communities to feel safe, but it also means examining what we can do now to build upon the progress we have already made. For example, I, along with mayors from other U.S. cities, sent a letter to President-elect Trump asking that the incoming administration to support the Deferred Action for Childhood Arrival program, known as DACA. I believe it is important to protect our youth. Children should not be afraid of deportation. And I believe that it is essential that we do everything to protect these kids from being deported from the United States. And as the mayor of this city, I want you to know that I see you, appreciate you, respect you, and will always stand by you. I have also launched the City of Houston's Office of New Americans, which will serve immigrant and refugee communities living in Houston. The new name reflects the desire for the constituents who come here to pursue the American dream and become citizens of this great country. A few months ago, I tasked leaders and organizations working with immigrant and refugee communities to begin developing a comprehensive plan called Welcoming Houston. This plan will help us develop best practices on how to better integrate and assist newly arrived Houstonians into our city. They will be reporting their findings directly to me early next year. I have asked them to make timely recommendations with measurable and transparent objectives on how the city can make immigrant, refugee, and other marginalized populations feel safe in their communities, identify ways to improve coordination among their agencies, assess services, needs, and gaps, and identify resources to meet the needs of the community they serve. The primary goal of this plan will be to make sure that anyone who works and lives in the city of Houston can feel welcome and a part of the city that we all call home. And this is your home. And as the mayor of the city of Houston, I am glad you are here. Over the last 11 months, I have repeatedly spoken about how diverse we are. And over the last 11 months, I have taken definitive steps to showcase that diversity at the highest level of decision-making in this city. I will only ask that you look at the department heads, many of them that are here today. The department heads and those who serve in appointed positions reflect the diversity of this city in terms of ethnicity, in terms of race, in terms of religion, in terms of sexual orientation. It matters not to me where you come from or what you look like. What is important is that you are Houston, and you are Houston at its best, and we appreciate it. In this city, we serve not only to be a diverse city, but every single day we shall strive to be an inclusive city. In closing, let me say it again. Houston has been and will always be a welcoming city for all people. If you were aware of actions by those who want to create an unwelcoming atmosphere, there are places to go for help. Right here, and we'll provide a list of various community hotlines that have been created, and there is more information available at welcominghouston.org. If you feel threatened, please reach out. We intend to work to investigate these crimes fully, and as your mayor, I will always have your back. I want to now, before I invite Superintendent Carranza, certainly want to acknowledge Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee, who is here from the 18th Congressional District. I want to acknowledge State Senator Sylvia Garcia, who is also here. And I know others will be introduced as well. So again, let me just say, I am proud to be the mayor of this city that reflects the rainbow of things that exist across the globe. We are truly a rainbow of many colors, truly. Our religions and our faith cover the gamut. Whether you're a Baptist or Muslim, you have every right to practice your faith, and we shall respect it. Whether you are from a country far, far away, or whether or not you arrived from Louisiana, a country far, far away, the reality is you are in this city, and we love the fact that you are here. And this city will always use all the means and the resources that we have available to protect your interests and to demonstrate to you in real terms that you are welcome in this city. Now, let me call on the Superintendent of HISD, Richard Carranza, to say a few words.